people with me. And I'm indeed honored to join you today in support of your efforts really to make America a stronger and more inclusive country. For the DREAM Act is a vehicle that will make the American dream a reality for tomorrow's future and for your future. For we are truly a nation, all of us, a nation of immigrants. A nation of immigrants that are binded together through a collective destiny. We all may have come over here in different ships, but we are in the same boat now. We must impress upon our multicultural world that we should not think with closed minds impoverished by the historical remnants of racial, cultural, and religious differences. You know, I see the current America that we live in where the uniqueness and character of someone's culture are ostracized and ridiculed at times. I've been the subject of such ostracizing and such ridicule. And we need to forget about that. And instead, we must value and respect each individual's, quite frankly, individuality. This is our challenge in life, to create an America free from ignorance, an America free from hatred, an America to create and to be enlightened, an America that is tolerant, and of course, an America that is inclusive, and that is welcoming those individuals who have an impact and who can do something favorable to our America and to the American dream. We must recognize human existence in the United States of America as a continuous river that runs from the past through the present and into the future. And in that river there are sometimes changes, and we must recognize those changes and be aware of those changes. And individually, we are a vital part of this human river that flows in America. And like a river, we must move by currents that sometimes we can't see those currents. But we will deeply feel that movement. And we deeply feel that movement in our hearts. Ours is an American river. Ours is a blended river. Ours is a river with many currents and many aspects to it. Ours is a river of equality. Ours is a river of opportunity for all. Growing up in the city of Miami, Florida, my parents proudly taught me. They proudly taught me to value people as individuals. Regardless of who you are and where you come from, we must learn to respect each other and educate each other and to disentangle those knots that sometimes we find that don't bind us in a way that we should be bound. A very wise person once told me and once said this: the essence of democracy is this assurance that human beings respect themselves and should be so respected in their own personality, and that they should have opportunity equal to that of every other human being to show what he or she is meant to become. I want to thank you for your advocacy. I want to thank you for what you're doing and moving forward with the DREAM Act. I want to thank you for believing in the DREAM Act, because without you, you give a voice. And I say with you, rather, you give a voice to those who may be voiceless. So you have to continue your advocacy. Thank you for touching the hearts and souls of all Americans. It's so very important. Now let me say this. I'm multicultural. My son is multicultural. My daughter-in-law's name is Cristina Velez. Cristina Velez. So I have a stake in what you are doing. I want to see it happen. I will do everything in my heart, everything in my power, everything that I can to ensure that what you are looking for, what you want, what you desire through the DREAM Act, those of you who may be undocumented, those of you who want to be a part of the American dream, but for some reason you have to live in the shadows. That's wrong. we have to do better with all of the people here in our country, with all the people here in Florida. And we can do better. But you have to be the advocates. You have to be the leaders. You have to come to me. You have to say, Mayor Marks, you got to help us. That's what I want you to do. But your advocacy, the way you approach this issue, the things that you do will make it happen. So you have to be an advocate, an activist, and you have to work as hard as you can to ensure that the DREAM Act will happen. Thank you very much for allowing me.